Okay, guys, a lot of salespeople are really cocky, and this thing impacts their performance tremendously. If the prospect understands that you're being cocky, that you don't like, that you proud yourself for being the best in the world so much, this thing can actually decrease your sales in the future because you were good before, but right now when you focus on you being the great and putting your at the first place in the world and thinking that you're the best salesperson in the world, guess what? Now your focus, instead of improving yourself and building pipeline, doing all the things that actually made you great in the past, now you think that you are so good and you stop doing that one and you actually become bad. And this phenomena, I experienced it very recently. I went in my town in a bunch of car dealerships, and in one specific dealership there was a salesperson who basically who introduced me to the car, and then he was like, okay, let's talk about numbers and talk about cars. And he's bringing me to his desk, and basically his whole desk is filled with a bunch of different diplomas that he's the best sales rep in the world and blah blah blah, and his past experiences and all these things. And the first thing, it was even hard to see the guy behind those diplomas. He was so small and he was so bad. It's incredible. Like, you just come there and like you feel that they're such a scam, like that you don't even know how did they get all those diplomas in the past, because what the performance that the sales rep did for me, like at that day, it was awful. It was very bad. And this thing brought me to the thought that you need to stay humble in sales if you want to make more money. And by being humble, I mean this. So let's say, imagine that you had your first good month, and now you have two things that you can do. First thing is you can become cocky, become so proud of you, tell everybody that you're so good, you're so great, you like that you're just the best salesperson in the world, like that you're gonna go and you want to close everybody and blah 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 blah, and then just start fueling your ego. And this thing will start it's going to be the beginning of your ending. And the second way, what you can do, you can celebrate your win because you did a good job to hit maybe a very good month. And you celebrate it not as the peak of your career, you celebrate it as the milestone, a milestone to something greater, to something more interesting that you are pursuing. And then something that you focus on hitting like the same month. Because very important in sales, best sales reps, they do not look at the peak performances. It's nice, it's a good number and blah 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 and all these things, but at the end of the day, what the best sales managers and CEOs are caring about, that their team performs consistently. So you as a sales rep, even having a good result in a certain month or a certain week or a certain quarter, you shouldn't be celebrate the win, but get your focus back to the process, into the things that actually led you to being that great or to closing that result. Because the best sales reps are being predictable, and they can produce the same result as they produced the last month or the last quarter. They can reproduce it in the next period. This is going to be the best indicator that you are the best salesperson. It doesn't matter if you have a shit ton of diplomas, that in May of 2021 you were the best sales rep of the time, or in 2021 or 2022 you were the best sales rep of the dealership. It doesn't matter. It matters if you are continue being that guy. And those guys, they typically do not scream everywhere on every corner that they are the best in the industry, that they know everything and all these things, all these bollocks. They just focus on one thing that led them to being great, and that thing is building pipeline. Like, because when you just build pipeline, let's say, even because the moment when you become consistent in hitting your targets, in making sure that your quota, that your family is fed, that everything's going all right, you're gonna feel very comfortable, you're gonna feel confident, you're gonna feel that you can continue still, you can still continue hitting numbers because you focus on the important thing. You would have a feeling of self-fulfillment. You were gonna be calm. You're not, it's not about being and then screaming from gratitude and screaming from happiness every time when you hit the number, because that's not really healthy. This means if you're happy, like crazy happy, when you are hitting like some big deals, it's not really good for you. Like, I'm just gonna put it that way. It's better if you appreciate everything that's happening your way, if you accept it, and then you feel good and you feel calm. It's way better approach, way more healthier for you, for your psychology, than having these spikes in excitement, because then you're gonna have downfalls when things don't go so well. So it's better to be more stable than having these kind of spikes, because then they're gonna have an impact on your performance. And that's basically it. Focus on numbers to hit, appreciate the wins, and stay the same guys you have been before. Like, don't forget about stuff that brought you to the point where you are at. Continue doing them, and you're gonna do good. And then you're actually gonna go to some other car dealerships, and then there you're gonna meet people that have been doing these sales for tens of years, and they're so good at it that you immediately want to buy from them. They they immediately create an impact on you, showing you how good are they and how professional are they in the stuff that they do, that you immediately start respecting them. And believe me, they do not have a ton of diplomas on their table, shiny diplomas saying that they are the best sales rep of the world. They are just being the best sales rep. You understand, they don't have to have medals on their chest for you to understand that they're the trained veteran, and they're going to do the stuff for you that's at the top level. Is the thing. It's always the question of, are you being who you, or you are pretending? That's the most important thing. So I wish you, all of you, to be the best sales rep, the best sales version of yourself. And if you want to continue doing this stuff, continue learning. Go subscribe to the Web Free Sales Gym. There's even more videos coming up with even more value, and there's already a ton of value hidden in different videos, in different categories, in different subtopics. Go and explore them. Make yourself better, make yourself more money, take care of your family, and move to the next level. This is what I'm wishing to everybody who's watching this. It was a pleasure. My name is Nikolai. Web Free Sales Gym. Always all links below. See you.